Hi Flosstube, it is Helen D. I am back with another tutorial. When I showed this chart that I made on my last video, I had a number of people ask if I would do a tutorial for this beaded trim. So that's what we're going to do today. It's hard. This is a hard setup camera-wise, so I will do my best to make sure you can see things. So I kind of am leaving this one there so I know don't go past that and work in this area. So this trim I used regular seed beads, just the kind you get, you know, these I had in my stash. Actually the ones I'm using today are in this little tiny Tic Tac container I had in my stash, but for this one I just went to Joann's, picked out 2 packs that matched, a blue and a red, of seed beads. So I do want to say before we get going that I did not come up with this. The first person that I saw do this trim was Audrey of Stitchy Witch 42. And she showed it on Instagram and I said, Audrey, I love that. Did you follow a tutorial for that? How did you do that? And she said, I just winged it. So she posted a picture showing me how she put the needle in. I said, well, I'm gonna try that. So thank you to Audrey. And I even reached out to her and said, you know, people have asked me to do a tutorial, but I don't want to step on any toes. She said, oh no, go for it. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna do today this little one. This is a very easy finish, but it takes time. So keep that in mind. So I have this very basic pillow. I just stuffed it, sewed up the bottom, and it's kind of rough, but I'm gonna cover it up. And then I picked a blue and a white bead today. So I have my thread, I just cut a length of thread. I'm using American Quilting Company. This is kind of a thicker thread. I got mine at Joann's and it's like 99 cents, so it's not an expensive thread. It's just a little thicker than your standard sewing thread, so I think it knots less, but use what you have. And I'm just using, because it's the thicker, 1 strand. And I probably have way more than I need. So. All right, so we're gonna start. I start from the bottom, and I'm just going to take my needle and just kind of anchor it in there. You know, go a little in the front and a little in the back, and pull that knot through. Okay, and then I can snip that off later. So, couldn't be easier. Take your needle, pick up 3 white beads. You could do, whoops, I'm moving that. I told myself don't move that. You could do all one color. You could do alternating. Pick up 3 beads. I'm using a regular needle because the beads happen to go on it. You could use a beading needle if it's too thick. I've used Mill Hill beading needles and they're great, but for this one I was able to just use a regular. So there's my 3 beads. So then you just kind of lay them over, and then we kind of go in at an angle. So a little on the back and then kind of up a little. This is hard to do from this angle, I'm sorry. So kind of at an angle, pull that through. And then that just kind of makes them a little bit at an angle. You probably can see better with the blue ones. So then I'm going to do 3 blue beads. Again, pull them through. And go through at an angle. And there they are. And then you just repeat. Honestly, the hardest part about doing the Stars and Stripes one was remembering 3 different colors and which one came next. This is very forgiving if, well, I got one that doesn't want to go through. If you get a row that doesn't look quite right, just pull your thread out and pop it on again. So it's very forgiving. I have to say, talking to Audrey, you know, about this, that's one of the things I love about our community is someone comes up with an idea and someone else says, oh my gosh, that's really cool. I love the way that looks. Would you tell me how you did that? Or, you know, a color conversion. Would you share your color conversion? And 9 times out of 10, the person you're asking is more than happy to share. I know in my case, it's, you know, it's an honor when someone likes something that you did. I kind of want to get you to a corner, and then I'll turn the camera off and finish it and just join you up again at the end. So this one, like I said, is much smaller, so it will take me less time. Stars and Stripes took me, I told a friend, I said, yeah, it was 2, I watched 2 Flosstube videos, and one was Julie, Kansas City girl, and I stayed for the book talk. So that was a longer one, but it was my first time doing it. And just to kind of take my time and alternate the colors. Sometimes they lay kind of funky and you can just, like it probably got twisted. Just kind of get it how you want it. And sometimes once you get the next row on, they look a little better. Like that one didn't look too good to me, so I'm just gonna pull it out and try my placement again. Nothing wrong with that. Well, you have to rethread your needle. I guess there could be something wrong with that. So we'll try this one again and see if I can get it. I'm sewing at a very awkward angle. There, that's better. I got twisted. So again, it's not complicated. It's just time consuming. I tell you what, I'm not gonna be able to do this at that angle around the corner. When you go around the corner, I just kept going and it laid fine. I didn't do anything special. So I'm going to stop the video, go around and meet you like here and kind of show you how I close them off. Okay, I am back for the last few. Here we are so far. I will tell you, I stopped my video. It was 11 o'clock. I got all this done. It's now 11:40, so it took me 40 minutes to do that. So time consuming. So I have some blue on here. I'm just kind of coming around, and really the only thing about the end is if you're alternating, you just have to make sure that they line up. With only 2 colors, it probably won't be too bad. When I did the red, white, and blue, I have one spot on the bottom where they're a little snug. So again, I'm going at an angle, a little of the back, a little of the front, pulling through, line them up. This one might be snug too. If I use big blue beads, I might be able to get away with one more, but I don't think I can. Oh no, I'm gonna need a little more than that, I think. So I'm gonna have to squeeze. Gonna have to squeeze 2 rows in there. So we'll go small, find my small beads. And honestly, once they're all in there, you can't really tell that they're snug. All right, last 3 small thin blues. So, I'm in my own way. I'm going to still go down and out like I have been, if I can see in there. And that will get my blues lined up. Okay. So they're all lined up. Then I'm just going to kind of go underneath these a little to get to the back side. So I just, like I said, I just kind of slid into the back side. So then I'm just going to take a little pinch of fabric, pull my needle through, and you get a loop. Go through the loop to make a knot. You can do it twice if you feel like you need to. Then I just take my needle, stick it kind of through the pillow, pull it out, and then I can snip here and it kind of hides that edge. So there's my beaded edge. And then I thought what I would do, because this is going to be a Christmas ornament, I need a hanger. So you could bead a hanger and hook it on there. I made a little bit of cording. So right now I'm just putting some more knots in that string. What I decided I would do, and I've seen Misty Purcell do this, is on the back, make sure it's on the top, I have a jump ring. I'm going to sew this jump ring on there. You may not be able to see it because... So I'm just going to go, over and under a couple times here and sew this jump ring on. And then tie, I'm sorry, I have to do this off camera, but then I'll show you. Tie a piece of cording through it. And that way I have a hanger, but if I ever had done a bigger piece and changed my mind and wanted it for a bowl, just snip this little ring off. No one would be the wiser. Or take your hanger off. No one would be the wiser. So again, I'm sewing this on, I'm knotting it off here. So now I just have a little ring. I had made a piece of cording. I'm going to go through the ring, open it up, grab my ends and pull them through to hook it on there. Right, I'm going to have to sew it a little more than that. Actually, you know what happened? Where my split was in my jump ring. So I'm going to have to sew this on a little better, but basically that's all I'm going to do is sew this on and then attach my hanger to it so that I can hang it up. I won't make you sit through that. So there you have it. I hope that was helpful. Again, thank you to Audrey, Stitch Witch 42. I will link her video as well. Good luck with your beading.